Hey loves, let's do a start to finish nail tutorial. Today I'm going to be explaining how to encapsulate glitter acrylics. First thing I'm doing is I'm pushing back my cuticles, and now I'm going in with my fine sanding band, going over the entire natural nail because your nails naturally produce oils and that can cause lifting. So you want to get rid of all of that, going at the slowest speed on your e-file, or if you're hand filing, just do it over the nail. You don't want to get too deep into it because it can create dents, and we just want to go over the surface. I'm using my extra long duck nail tips, and now I'm gluing them on to my natural nail, cutting it down to my desired length. I'm using some scissors. Everything and where I got them from is linked down below in my description box for this video. And then I'm going to be creating a C curve using the same fine sanding band and my Chiara Sky e-file, going very slow at the slowest speed, which is 3000 RPMs, but also making sure not to make it too deep of a C curve. So this is completely up to you and how you want it to look, but this is my preference for today's video. I'm just going very carefully, making sure not to trim the sides or anything, keeping it very sharp and making it look very nice. And this is what it came out to. Now I'm going over the entire nail tip just to buff it down, buff off that shine. Sometimes people say that it can help with the actual acrylic application and having the acrylic adhere better. I just like to do it because it looks cute. But either way, you can omit this or do it. Today I'm going to be using an Elegance Nail Supply glitter acrylic, and it's called Wicked. I have so many new acrylic powders from so many different brands, so make sure to follow me on my Instagram. I've been doing so many watch me swatch videos, which you guys absolutely love, and I love doing them. But there's so many that are coming out, so I'm super excited. I'm using Not Polish's clear acrylic for the encapsulation, along with their XXX bond and my Crafts by 9 nail dehydrator. I do one coat of the nail dehydrator over the natural nail only, and on the natural nail only, I'm grabbing my XXX bond and doing 2 coats of that over the entire nail. I like to make sure that it gets the entire nail, the cuticle area and everything, but of course avoiding the nail tip because you don't need to do it there. So now I'm showing you the 2 acrylics that I'm using. The Wicked acrylic is absolutely beautiful. It reminds me a witch, black, white, not white. What did I just say? Black, purple, it's very, very beautiful. And I always make sure to mix the glitter acrylic with my end of the acrylic brush, just because you don't know how long they were sitting, and the glitter sometimes rises to the top and the clear acrylic is stuck at the bottom. And so I just like to mix it to make sure that it all gets mixed together to its actual consistency. When I am applying glitter acrylic, I always like to do a thin coat of clear acrylic on the natural nail, and I do this for a few reasons. One, I feel like it helps with your no lifting. You don't want your nails to lift. And 2, if you're going to do a fill, it's very easy to just file it down to the clear acrylic instead of having to cut it down and do a soak off and all of that. If you're fine with doing a soak off, then you don't have to do that, but I definitely feel like they go hand in hand, so that is the reason that I do that. One of my favorite clear acrylics is from Not Polish. It leaves no bubbles, super easy to use. When I use clear acrylics, I like to use a runnier bead just because I don't like bubbles to be present in my nails, especially when you're doing glitters or things like that, because you can see it very well, and it just bothers me. So I definitely recommend the Not Polish clear acrylic because it's just super, super clear and it's very easy to use, and I love using it. You guys will see in this video exactly what I mean. So here I am doing my first bead. I felt like the black background wasn't really showing the color. I kept having to mess with my settings on my phone, but I hope you guys are able to see it. On my end, it doesn't look the way it looks in person, so I was getting a little frustrated, but I still went ahead and did it. I was, like I said, focusing more on the background, so maybe like it would show up, or I was focusing more on the nails, so hopefully it would show up. So hopefully you guys are able to see it. The color is beautiful, and like I mentioned, Elegance Nail Supply came out with a lot of new acrylics, and I'm very, very excited to use them. So here I am with the smallest bead, which is the cuticle area, and be very careful with this because even though this is mixed in with clear acrylic, sometimes like the bigger, chunkier glitters can tend to stick out, and so you just kind of want to push them in with your acrylic brush and make sure that you get enough clear acrylic. And so it's not like full, like they are chunky glitters, but it's not fully covered with acrylic, clear acrylic, so the mixture is very nice, but you do have to encapsulate or else there would be like some glitter sticking out here and there from your nail. So here I am going in with my first bead of clear acrylic, and it is super runny. You're gonna see like how runny it is. I'm basically able to just drag it down, and you want to cover it enough to where you know that if you file, you're not gonna file through the clear acrylic, or else that just kind of goes against everything you were doing. So you want to make sure that it is covered enough, but not super thick unless that's what you're going for. But I like to do it just enough to where I know that when I file, I'm not going to be filing through that clear acrylic and then back to like hitting the actual glitter acrylic. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm basically working in small sections because if I do like a one bead application, I don't feel confident enough that it's not going to start drying before I'm all the way done, and so that is when bubbles start to appear, because when your acrylic is drying and if you're still working with it, then those bubbles are going to appear on your nail. So I definitely recommend you working in smaller sections and just making sure that your apex and everything is there. And if you need to go in again with more clear acrylic. If you're using a good enough clear, then you are able to do another layer on top of what you already did. You know what I mean? So there should be like no bubbles present regardless of how many beads you are doing on top of each other. They're supposed to blend seamlessly. And so that is basically it for today's video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Everything is linked down below. Watch until the end to see that shine and how beautiful this glitter acrylic is. Everything is linked down below in the description box, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be doing more of these videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.